Welcome. Welcome to your reading, Gemini and Gemini Collective. I'm Gemini 2. Welcome Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, Gemini Mars, Gemini Venus, all Geminis on this planet. Welcome to my psychic reading for month of November. Today, I already have pre-selected something for you, but we have a big reading ahead. It might take 1 hour, so be prepared. This is a long reading. Also part of this reading, you can look in the description box how you can ask a free question from me. You have to be Gemini, or there has to be something to do with Gemini, even that you are cross-watcher and the question is about Gemini. Mrs. Ruby Joy will say, good morning, are you Gemini? Welcome. Anyway, this is a Gemini monthly November reading. And first part of the reading is about going into the opportunity and challenge and even the chakra healing message of heart chakra. You are very much in your own energy. The lovers is Gemini energy and the heart chakra is here now for month of November. Something to love, something to really be heart healing possibly. We have here your card, baby, don't worry, everything passes. So maybe if you have troubles in your heart, like a love life, this is a beautiful positive message saying like, don't worry so much, everything passes. So there is this fox mother to the child, like it's okay, this is part of the process. Five of Pentacles might sometimes be feeling this left in the cold, feeling like you're not enough, this kind of little match girl with last match, like this is my last chance. It's really sometimes feeling like this kind of, I'm gonna lose my hope now, there is no way I will be loved in this cold world. But no, this is saying, baby Gemini, don't worry, everything passes. Okay, Ruby says, I'm Pisces, I have Gemini highly as like a rising sign, you mean? Because indeed you could ask a question if you have something like a Gemini placement, it's okay. But in the end, this will be the patient practice. Like you have to look all my plant reading, and in the end I pick one question from the audience, but you could qualify if you indeed have a rising Gemini rising. So let's go. I want to show a little bit what's here. So there will be this kind of opportunity challenges, and we have this reading with the Secret Forest card in the end, about this kind of November Thanksgiving energy, a bit like going to the light and shadow of this kind of what you can be grateful for, or even there is this situations and actions to avoid the shadow side. So let's go. This is now your chakra healing energy. So you got this kind of Finnish Kalevala deck. This is all in Finnish. I translate live. You get one card usually from here, but this, let's talk about this chakra energy, because soon I'm going to pull chakra card from this deck. I have a book about this, tells nicely text about the even heart healing. So Mrs. Ruby says, Gemini is my rising sign. How did you know? Ah, yes, you wrote something here. Yes. But the thing is that now think well about the question. You could be the lucky one in the end of this reading. But now we focus on the monthly Gemini reading. Every Gemini want to know, I'm sure, like what's going to happen in November. So heart chakra healing is timely. And the overall impression is love. Just really lovely month this November. Good, beautiful love related things could happen. True love possibly is really in the cards already with this chakra present here. Even before I was coming, I was having a coffee in the kitchen and I was listening everything because you, there was really this loving song, like somebody is like, it's all about love. Those songs that I was hearing, like it was really aligned with this. It's this song, everything changed because you, na 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 na, I just love you. I don't know which is this band, but this song I heard before. So keywords: balance, harmony, brotherhood, hope, growth, healing, love, peace, prosperity. And the fourth chakra, the heart chakra, relates to matter of the heart. In manifesting, we are always blocked if our heart is not in it. There is something very pivotal about every these green cards that are in this deck, if you would get that, as to each one indicates a key moment of personal choice. This would be those cards. We don't know yet what we're going to get, but this is referring to these cards. So the key moment of personal choice. They tell us about the heart of the mother. In this chakra, we decide whether we will proceed or whether things will get kicked back to our yellow chakra, where we spend the time thinking without progressing our decisions. So yes, heart indeed, heart chakra energy is such a strong energy that things just start to manifest when you're in your heart. That's a very good reason to even to heal this. In essence, you will see whether your heart is truly invested in actions you are willing to take. And do you follow your heart? What does your heart tell you? That's now overall question for number. What does your heart tell you, Gemini? You have the Lovers is your tarot card even. Use this kind of lover wisdom. What does your heart tell you? That's how we start this reading. Your heart knows. It's a very psychic thing to be knowing from the heart. Sometimes these kind of fairy tales teach us that the intuition comes from the heart, but often is our mother's voice, is kind of like a feminine side, is this kind of tenderness in us, that we are able to be soft and tender and keep the heart indeed open. Okay, now we got interesting to see this chakra energy card for November. Gemini. This one, let's not look yet. A little bit excitement still. The whole theme is also, this reading is stay magical. We are staying magical. And now you get your opportunity card from this deck that is very heart related. I have different decks that I know that are certain kind of energies. So I use them for that reason, for certain chakras. They're more aligned. Everything in life when they're aligned is like beautiful. You have to recognize, what is this card? This card is your challenge. Okay. So I feel the cards. So I just felt this. Who knows what it is? Now we're gonna see. Ta-da! Bittersweet. Okay. Interesting. There is somebody with a birthday cake and crying. Oh, this is a throat chakra energy. You have to express something. Bittersweet. We read this in the end of this part of reading. Like I do all these cards and this will be the advice from the spirit. Something is bittersweet here. Maybe sometimes heart healing is making us cry also a lot. The moment we finally are safe, we start to cry. It's just like everything comes out what we have held back, because we are finally safe to express. Who knows, it's something like that, but let's see. Now this is your opportunity. Okay. I mean, it was opposite. I don't know if I should read it. Sometimes I should pay attention. Reverse meaning of this, but this particular deck doesn't have a reverse meaning, so maybe we don't do it because it doesn't even have that information. This is Lintukoto, is kind of like a paradise. Two of Swords is a choice card. Faith over fear. When you do choices, it was already said in this kind of intro that I talk about the heart chakra, that in the heart we do that choice. We start manifesting with taking bold choice. If the solar plexus before is like about willpower, here we are going. In this case, birds are like migrating somewhere. They have decided to fly. They have decided to go where their heart are calling them to go. So maybe there is something about Two of Swords, a choice of flying somewhere, going somewhere. In this case, really, these birds are migrating, moving. Your heart is calling you. But overall, you have this worry energy. So I think the decisions are important to focus that you make really them from the heart. not make like this worries cloud your mind. So this was an opportunity. Actually, if it was upside down, it is saying that if you are not able to make kind of hard, or like this kind of intuitive choice easily, there's opportunity to do so, I would say. Maybe we immediately go to this book, because this is a Finnish Kalevala stories, totally different kind of tarot stories. Like Ruby said, like something like just said that in my head, and I said something. Huh? Okay, so I'm a psychic, so maybe, who knows, I'm telepathically reading what you're thinking there. Every audience become part of my reading, even if you are thinking. My antennas are ready, but I'm a Gemini too, so I have that Gemini fast Mercury quality maybe. Let's see. Lintukoto. Lintukoto in Finnish means like a kind of like a paradise where the birds are. So sometimes we say like Finland is such a lintukoto because everything is so fine, like it's so safe and everything. This card is your opportunity. Keywords: the heavens and earth's energies are getting united. Kind of like a rajapinta is like border zone. Getting to another levels, combining kind of balance with the peace of mind, or finding it, like this kind of paradise, like flying into where everything is just peaceful and fine. Your dreams and hopes and utopia and happiness and the lucky one's island, and indeed like moving somewhere and really missing somewhere far away. So this is now Gemini monthly reading. Opportunity for the month is this Two of Swords, but we are reading from this Finnish book. Some meaning that are interesting stories. So I'm now translating something from this book. Okay, this is some interesting story. Let focus on this one part of this. It's a long story, so I have to really choose something. And I think I choose this part, what is here. So the Lintukotola is the people who lived in this kind of like a happy island. The island was said to be in the edge of the world. And the world was said to be like a coupole of this kind of like Indian tent, like a top of Indian tent. So on the edge of the people living on the edge of the world were kind of like really small. Okay, this is very weird stories. But that island was like a resting space. Like this island where the birds stopped was a resting space where the birds stopped on the way to move on the faraway lands. And some little birds were traveling in the big birds' like shoulders or back. And some of them dropped to the sea because they were too much on the edge. And what is this stork? Is this a stork? Or no, it's not a stork. It's this kind of gray bird that are the leaders of this kind of movers. Yes, I think I will go to the whole meaning of this card because this can be confusing for me to translate. This is anyway opportunity for the month. It's the sense of safety and peace that you long for. In the happy people's or birds island, there is enough food and everything plenty. It's the place to rest and relax without no worries, which is exactly actually very much connected to this. Baby, don't worry, everything passes. So this is kind of like that kind of place that the spirits are trying to show you, that there is this resting place this month of November, almost like this November is like something happening really beautiful for your love life, to find this kind of happy spot. But the travel to get to this happy island was really hard and long, and many had just a dream to get there. And even after the long winter, many of these birds did return from this kind of happy land back to where they came from. And then they brought the summer and the warmth with them that they had also in that happy island. They kind of like got nurtured, almost like their heart got filled in that happy island, like a migrating island, and then they got back. I don't know which bird go to Africa, but I guess some bird go to Africa and back. It's kind of like the same thing, like they bring the sun back when they come in the spring. The birds always want to be in a happy paradise, I guess, not in this cold, icy world, left in the cold. If you're staying here now in Europe, at least, it's getting a bit colder and colder every single day in November. Geminis. And okay, there are all kind of predictions when the spring comes. But this is like a dream of the better world. Sometimes you might be kind of bored with your routines in your normal life, and so you are needing this kind of holiday in the faraway land. And the dreams can help you navigate towards the better life. But there is a warning in this card: old problems are often following in the new circles. So facing the problems and solving them helps you forward. And then the happy island is inside of yourself. When you're kind of thinking this way, you don't have to think always outside gratification and look outside the happiness. You find it inside of yourself when you're willing to face your issues or problems. You cannot escape your issues even if you fly away some faraway land. You might feel yourself weak and small sometimes, but remember that even a grand big oak grows from a little tiny seed. Every year the oak tree is just rising higher, and then it's going past the problems and making the impossible possible. So this is kind of hopeful card, hopeful opportunity to be very like hopeful about your opportunities, but also facing on all kind of issues that you worry, like try to do something about it, like habits, to immediately to not escape them. Bittersweet is here. Let's see, there's somebody here. Somebody says that's devil worship. This is no devil's worship. This, I read cards, I can explain it shortly. I see the tarot deck as a life coach in your pocket, and I've been studying this like a very psychological way, how you can face your shadows, and you can find maybe even golden shadow, and then you can heal your shadows. So there is nothing bad about that. Facing your things in the images is very like an intuitive way to see the scars. So yes, you can have your opinion, but I don't believe in any devils. They can be in the tarot card, yes, that can be confusing. Somebody see these kind of cards, but devil is also asking you to do a shadow work. And if you see outside devils, maybe you have them inside. Think about this. Now we see the challenge for the month of November, Geminis. Oh, Death card. This is strong card, very much Scorpio energy. We are having November Scorpio energy, it's totally here. And maybe that could be scary, like, okay, if you would have a relationship and you are like not completely, let's say you would have a challenge to have this love and everything is a little bit secretive and hidden first about it. You could be a bit fearful about some new path, for example, where you go, almost like you're in some like a meeting, like a blind date. There's just an arm here. Who is this person? It's like very scary. But this is a transformation card also, so it can be very positive, like something can change. Like when you open this curtain, you see like, wow, there is some handsome fella there waiting you. So as we have a heart here, it doesn't have to be a bad thing at all, but this is very Scorpio card, going deep, deep, deep. But that's your challenge, how deep you can go, Gemini. Let's read this fairy tale. Death. We are having now Day of the Deads. Maybe it's really asking you to honor the past relatives. We have this great gratitude spread soon with the Secret Forest cards. In the end, we do this spread about that. Already preparing for Thanksgiving. Maybe this is also like a, that card can be powerful. It can be powerful change, actually. The challenge could be the change. Something is changing in your life, and change is always scary, like a death too. That can be really fast change. This is a story from Norway, a Norwegian fairy tale. White Bear King Valemon. Death is a huge upheaval, potentially representing the death of one way of life and the start of a new one. Life changes irrevocably, and there is no way to go back. Change is necessary. The death of childhood is important in order to grow up. Yeah, that's an interesting way to put it. Like sometimes really it can be painful even to grow up. There's a lot of like growth one can have, like many stages of life. It can feel like a little death that you are not anymore the same person you used to be. Like me too. I'm 46 years old. I'm not anymore such a little girl, even if I look still young. Can be like a little looking still the same, but no, much has changed. But this is your challenge. Metamorphosis, evolution, loss, transition, and change. Interesting. Somebody say witchcraft. Oh, okay, it's your opinion, you can have it. I love to do this. And yes, somebody can think that many things are witchcraft, but there are very positive magic in the world that you can be aware of. And my theme of this whole reading is stay magical. Let's stay magical. Let's believe in magic. And here we go. The sun came here in this table. So now we read this advice, bittersweet, for November. Gemini, November. It's much more easy to judge than it's easy to love. That's also interesting wisdom here. Judging is so easy. That's the easiest thing, to live your life judging others. But if you do something or you decide to love and keep your heart open, that's strong. So here we have Blue November. Wow, what a card. I'm getting cold feeling now, like a Blue November. Like we're having a November reading, and this is a spirit message. Blue November. A window is opened as a door gently closes. The legend. We celebrate in the midst of grief. The celebration has been planned for a birthday child. We cannot tell the child that our hearts are not joyous. If merriment rules in our home this day, so does sorrow that a child cannot see. God bless you, departed friend. God bless you, birthday child. The passing of all things is inevitable. Whatever is happening may record release. This card could also represent unexpected news. Okay, there is a death on the table. I really hope that nobody is going to lose some loved ones, because the card love is also, we are really sometimes in our grief, indeed, our heart is, the pain is opening. So yeah, there's a little bit challenge with that. What is this death card? What kind of change it is? Here is a little bit that kind of death warnings too. Parents often make difficult decisions not supported by the children. Can I see the strength in the choice of others? And I think I give you this meditation I've given so far to all other star signs too. Start healing. Imagine stepping into a dark hallway. As you enter, the door behind you shuts. You may feel panic. After a few moments, you hear laughter down the hall. You recognize the voices. A door opens. You have reached your destination. You enter the party and the guests toast you. Your friend puts their arm around you. The hallway to the light isn't an easy place to be. Yeah, it's kind of like the darkest before dawn. Sometimes there can be like a lot of worries about things when you don't know. Even if you are worrying about somebody dying or anything, somebody leaving or coming, like the things are changing. There is a lot of change energy in this whole reading. Birthday is, of course, a moment of life. I often say, like, we have a time here. Do we fill our time with fear or do we fill it with love? Choice is yours. Let's put the time going. So now the next thing is I'm gonna pull you rune. This is the monthly energy month of November. Oh wow, again love. I love it. Eternal love. So if somebody would die, there would be still the love. Eternal love, wow. Everything is so love here, wow. Then we go to this funny part of the reading. We will have the current feelings of your person, Gemini, who is your person. Margaret Klein say Fortuna. Yeah, let's see how lucky we are with love. Everything says, I'm also Gemini, everything says that now in November, some happiness can happen also because the heart chakra is there. Let's see. Really have to mix this well. It's all kind of hair coming here. So, let's see. I have to feel these cards. The witchy part of my reading could be like, I feel everything I pick. I feel everything like with my hand. That's how I do this. Everybody can make their own style, but my style is to feel in the hand. Hand and heart shall never part. And one more, okay. I'm getting excited because it's also my reading because it's Gemini. Okay, let's see. Current feelings of partner or highest person in this planet who would love you. Surrendering to guidance of the spirit. Fated divine destiny, soul agreement on the right path, meant to be. So your person is surrendering to guidance of the spirit. They are trusting that this eternal love is possible. Almost like the migrating birds are also, I think they are very navigating automatically where the heart is bringing them. They are like, this kind of scripted in them, the codes, like where they're born, they go there, and I don't know, like it's really like automatic. They're not thinking where they fly, they just fly. They are called to go where the light is, warmth is. We have here, it is safe to love. I show all of me. You can be seen for light and shadow. Why we hide our shadows. Beautiful, this also. Then obsession. Somebody is a bit obsessed about you, Gemini. Imprinted addiction, watching from afar, need to control, attach, need to know, wow, can't move, or understand how someone can be so amazing, curious. There's eyes on you, somebody is seeing. Often like eyes are kind of like divine even, like the divine is in love with you, Gemini. It's like a love, 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 love. You're the lucky one. I don't know if any other sign got the heart chakra. We will see. I made, if you're interested to see the preview of other signs, I made like a short video when I pulled every single crystal for every star sign before I start now these big readings. So you can see this like a little mini short clip where every sign is shown already which crystal they're gonna get. And then I decorate all this thing, that moment, how I feel. Because I connect really now to Gemini energy. Ooh, we have here Barbarella, 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 Barbarella. See Barbarella do her thing. The great tyrant. Hello, pretty. Barbarella, hello. The great tyrant. Do you want to come and play with me? For someone like you, I charge nothing. You are very pretty. Barbarella, my name isn't pretty. It's Barbarella. It's like totally feminine power from the 60s. Like she is the agent of intergalactic, super secret agent of love. And she's going to this red rebel planet to fix some matters there, right? Interestingly, they are going somewhere. Like, are they going to red rebel planet? Anyway, the Barbarella here has a meeting with the tyrant. That is a king going bad. Many times, if you're female, in this planet Earth, you will meet tyrants. The negative masculine get annoyingly tyrant. They just want to rule everybody with a sour bitterness and a closed heart, and that's it. Bad things happen. Many bad things have happened with the tyrants. So here we have the agent of love meeting the tyrant. Okay, that's a current feeling of a person. Who is this controlling, obsessed person here? Okay, we have here again Barbarella. What's that screaming? A good many traumatic situations begin with screaming. She do her thing, love, in a labyrinth of love, in a deadly dollhouse, in a palace of pleasure, lost in space with Barbarella. Interesting we get this Barbarella. Barbarella. Like Gemini, you should really look this movie. This is Jane Fonda, 1968. It's a beautiful movie. Yes, it's totally like an agent of love. You should learn a lot. There's a lot of kind of men type there. Now we had all the screaming and the tyrant. Okay, what is then? Crown chakra, I'm love, I'm joy, I'm freedom. Okay, your person feels it's very flying energy here. Butterfly is also transformation again, like the death card. Then we have finding a way back home. So your person is finding a way back home to you, maybe, Gemini. Soul journey of the heart, intuition, awakening, magnetism, explore, feeling called home, enlightenment. It's such a beautiful thing. Everything's heart thing is here. The heart is even here walking. And here was the agent of love. Okay. And then we have Ukrainian song. This is from Eurovision from this year, Teresa and Maria. Spring carves its way, no matter what, the world is on her shoulders. Path is winding and rocky, but you should know. Your happiness is in your hands. Come on, little girl, light up. I'm not holy, I'm alive. Mother Teresa and Diva Maria are with us, barefoot as if on a blade. They walk on the ground with us, Mama Teresa, Diva Maria. All the divas were born as a human being. Wow, this is such a powerful thing. Like it's walking energy was already here. Like all the divas were human being. Like it's like sometimes somebody might show up like kind of like a powerful diva or something. But it's a reminder, like we are all just human beings. Nobody's better than other. We are all here having his journey. And the positive thinker sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible. Winston Churchill. Wow, this is also like a thinker, like a politician was in the time of war. Very like uplifting thoughts of your person. Whoever is that person who loves you, Gemini, or thinks about you, they see a lot of love also. It's like reflected your energy back to you. Wow, this is the first part of the reading. What else? I think now I'm gonna read a little bit what people say here. A new subscriber, thank you. Everybody, if you have not subscribed, help me to grow bigger, because I earn maybe like so far €8 in whole my career of YouTube. So imagine I've been doing this 2 years, so any subscription help. You need to have a lot of subscribers to actually earn with YouTube. I mean, maybe the watch hours matter also, yes. I will grow by doing this, committing every week, every month. So this is a collective Gemini reading, yes. This This is now first part of your Gemini reading. So we put this apart and stay magical, Gemini, because we are going to the next part of the reading. Ah, yes, actually, I took this little mini object in the table. I'm always like intuitively before the reading, seeing what I feel, and my child has collected. This is like a special space monkey. Lovely. It was the Barbarella was coming, the space agent of love. Very fitting. There is this like shining in the dark flower, like a light flower. There is this kind of like a rock star kind of person. And there is a taxi from New York. So these were like intuitively I felt were your thing. Maybe we bring him here so you see more. Okay. So next thing we take a light message. I forgot actually to pull this whole light message in the Taurus reading. Sorry about Taurus, but I really forgot. But this is now for Gemini. Month of November. We are going to this kind of Thanksgiving reading. What is the light in your November? I'm in harmony with my creation. Wow, beautiful. Harmony, like the happy bird's island. You're finding back to this kind of harmonic place and with your creation, what you're creating in this world. And now we go to this kind of reading, last part of reading, then I look at your questions. So anybody wanting to have a free psychic reading, now reminder that you have to say to your Gemini. I already saw one who said Gemini rising. Possibly, yes, even if you have a rising or Venus or Mars or Moon Gemini, you can ask the question. It has to be Gemini related. You can be even cross-watcher thinking about Gemini, then it's okay. So now we have this spread, sacred space for gratitude, to connect to this kind of Thanksgiving energy that happens in the end of November. But I felt like I love to have this family values present in this reading. So we are doing now the light and shadow of November with this spread. So always, when you write your question, always say that you are Gemini, then I can pick your question. First question of the spread, 4-card spread. The blessings you have now in November. Gemini, this one. Oh my God, how this can be a blessing is a devil card. Wow. Dark card, but we are having this kind of dark energies maybe here because death was also here. This is a huge passion. This is like a devilish passion, like somebody is loving you, maybe very like a rock star way, like here. It's like a you can hear the thunder and I don't know, guitars and everything. But this is your blessings you have, devil. Interesting, somebody commented like I'm doing devilish reading, but look, this is here. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It is like actually every time it comes in a positive position, it means that you have a huge like this kind of Capricorn work moral ethic possibly that you just make everything happen like somebody would heavily drum like this, like a drumstick in the hand, like a drumming solo. Like it's the devil is here, interestingly, as your blessings you have. Advice from the spirit, what you can be grateful for. This deck is both sides black and white, so let's turn it around. I can keep eyes closed now when I do this. Advice from the spirit, grateful for. Okay, 4 of Wands, and it is the black and white. Let's see soon. Then we have the best way to celebrate November. This is Page of Cups, I think. No. Knight of, in this deck, this is Knight of Cups. Cool. I'm gonna go into it soon. And then now we have the shadow. Interesting, like you had in the light, you had the devil. So the devil comes to every devilish thing in your life, come to a light in November, to face it. That is, nobody can hide any devilish thing from you now. That's a positive thing in November. You will find it out if something is happening. something is happening, Gemini, you will know. That's a positive thing. Situation and actions to avoid. We have 3. Okay. So I'm gonna look them immediately. What is it? Okay. How is this avoided? This is a weird reading a little bit. It's almost like the light and shadow switch places. This is such a light and is in the shadow, and this is such dark and is in the light. Gemini, this is interesting. Because it's King of Wands, Graal, love of your life, and a choice in the shadow, and the devil in the spotlight. And then 4 of Wands, kind of dark community. And then only positive here, how you should celebrate November, is this romantic night. The thirsty night, fast coming night, somebody's in love with you and come fast to fulfill their thirst. It's almost like, or you go somewhere fast to fulfill your thirst, like a Knight of Cups is really like a fast, wanting to have a love and love. But that's to celebrate. It's the only positive like thing in this case, but maybe we will see. This is a challenge for me to understand. I'm in harmony with my creation. Whew. Interesting. Yeah, if you wanna wait your reading, this is a general reading. After I've done this, I pick one question. So, what should we see about this? That the Devil card of this deck of the Secret Forest is now the blessings you have. I guess you have finally like a clear picture what the devil is in your life. You have like got all the intel about it. Almost like this Barbarella card. You are aware of the great tyrant. You are aware of the things that can trick you. Like somebody calling you pretty. Like, no, my name is not pretty, I'm Barbarella. Like, you are putting up with this. You are having strength to put up with this devil. You're not like obeying or like being victim of it. You are able to handle this devil. If there is some darkness, you are completely top of it. And that's now in the light. Blessings you have that you are aware of. It's everything. When you're aware of something, it cannot harm you so much. When you're unaware, the Devil card is about subconscious and that we are unconscious about something. But now this unconscious is in the light. So you are kind of getting all the information about something and that you are often disturbed. Like here, you would be having this disturbed energy. Baby, don't worry, everything passes. So part of healing and part of passing through this kind of left in the cold feeling is like you are completely aware of this devil. Completely aware of what has caused your issues. Then next thing is advice on spirit to be grateful for. So it is saying you have to be grateful for all the darkness you have had with the community or people around you or any kind of group setting. They have given you a lesson. They have taught you something valuable. That you are stronger because of that. Because this would be a nice spring forest. Now is kind of like a dark community, dark things. But that also is you should be grateful for. I mean, I'm grateful for the fact that I was kind of in the dark path to come up with this shadow sister, because here even I'm in harmony with my creation. I'm completely like the shadow sister is so aligned of who I am. I have been going through narcissistic abuse. I've been really going on top of it, and that cannot indeed anymore harm me because I have found tools. And sometimes you have to go through some hard part in your life or face some places you don't belong to understand where you belong and what is good for you. And then we have here the best way to celebrate November is this lover energy, and you had a lover line here. Love, focus on like rather love than fears. if there is some lover coming, maybe you should keep heart open for that energy. But this is usually kind of thirsty night coming from the desert, wanting to have fast love. So just be aware of this kind of like a fast night. Can be romantic and poetic. That's the qualities of this night. So it can indeed very be charming, but indeed narcissists are like that love bombing people. So yeah, be aware of these kind of love bombers. But this was to celebrate, so you shouldn't worry about this. And then we got this interesting part that how this is situation to avoid the shadow, the choices. This card was already appearing in the Taurus reading. No, it was somebody's question. Two of Swords, faith over fear. But maybe making decisions can be hard now in November. Maybe to avoid, at least thinking, you should avoid too much this kind of like a thinking about those things. Then we have the Ace of Cup, huge love. Why would you avoid this big love? And then even King of Wands, that is totally this kind of like an artistic art director king and really mastering this kind of firepower. 2, 1 and a fire king. It's going almost like a interesting 2, 1, like a countdown. Countdown, situations to avoid. Countdown. Whew. What is this? This is such a positive thing. Why you have to avoid that? This is a question. I have to verify this. This is the only way to understand, because sometimes I'm keeping asking and asking, but it doesn't lead me anywhere indeed. So Gemini now, what is these situations and actions to avoid? Could you verify me this? Heartbreak, but it's upside down. The card came upside down. Okay, this is a thing that somebody has caused you this. This is a past thing. Yes, don't get involved with some past lovers. That would be, there is somebody like a person who has been like this in your life, and you should not be going back to that heart wound. Somebody has hurt you. And interestingly, the devil is now you're aware of it. This is in the shadow. You should not open that Pandora box now about this past love. I think this is it. It's been very painful. Some traumatic thing here. That if you now look this too much, it can like reactivate or something. I think indeed bringing this kind of past package to now in November, you should avoid. Yes, this king has been in your life possibly. This is a new lover. This is focus on this is a young person rather also, because this is like a Knight of Cup. It's like a knight energy. Focus on this new young love and not this old tyrant. Yes, tyrant. Here is a tyrant. Hello, pretty. Hello. Do you want to come and play with me? No, don't play with this person. No. And even this devil here is like less like stay magical, Gemini. There is eternal love for you, but it's not this past person for sure. No. Okay. This is a Gemini reading. Somebody's asking whose reading this is. We are getting in the end of it, so I think we came to conclusion that you have to avoid any tyrant showing person. If anybody showing tyrant qualities, indeed they're gonna stab your heart. That's what tyrants do. Away, stay away from that, and spotlight to the devil. That this can be in November, but you can be this kind of Barbarella indeed, like if you're female or male, but you can be this kind of secret space agent with love, handling everything with kind of like a very beautiful heart-centered energy, where you follow your heart's calling. This is also heart-centered card. This was how you should celebrate November, being with your heart, being like understanding this kind of poems and love poems, all this kind of power of like lovely songs maybe even are connected to this Knight of Cups. So anyway, this is your reading. Now I'm gonna read anybody said of Geminis. Is anybody saying in the beginning there is Ruby Jewel? She was there. What she's saying, any question? I'm gonna read now. Any question that Gemini left? Yes. Okay, so Ruby doesn't have a question. Oh, I was just telling your love story. Okay. So I was in your head, Ruby. Okay, interesting. Sometimes we are indeed attracted to energies, and we have been very aligned. We really like have this field consciousness, and we find that we are like finding a way. It could be my tarot reading that can just reflect back to you what you are going through now. Interesting, but it can happen. I know. So Arush, Shiraswata asked, please tell me about my future spouse, profession, and country. A lot to ask, but you didn't say you're Gemini. I really want to find somebody who says that first time. Pratishka say, can you tell me about my future? And Momitare says, Sakir, like me or not. I really want to have it here now that somebody say they are. Like Gemini. Why is so hard to address? So Ruby, if you're still here, you could ask a question because you had a Gemini placement in rising sign. Okay, so Ruby did ask, what can I expect from my new November? And Ruby is Pisces, but Gemini rising. What can I expect for my new November? Okay, let's take a Ruby. She was already finding it interesting that I was like able to almost like read her mind. So let's see how far this reading the mind goes. So let's see, what can I do for Ruby? It's a nice name, like a diamond. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Bittersweet, where was this? Ruby's reading starts with a crystal, so I have to pull you a crystal. We put this maybe up here, they are not Ruby's thing. Also this here. Clean table for clean reading. Okay, we leave that here. Who knows, we're gonna need this. Which crystal comes, it depends on what deck I'm gonna use. Theme can still stay magical. And now, I'm Gemini rising. What can I expect for my new November? What can I expect for my new November, Ruby? Ah, you got also heart. Nice. You are really tuned to this current reading because it was all about the heart chakra, so it's beautiful. You got also this. So let me see this. I'm gonna keep it here. Ruby Jewel. What can I expect for my new November? Let's see what you're aware and what you're not aware. This is simple moon, moon and sun. First we see the sun, Ruby Jewel. Spirits of Ruby, tell me what you need to know, a little gossip. Okay, 3 things you should become aware. This deck is very complicated, so let's see how much we have to read from that book. So, what you're not aware, Ruby Jewel. Oh my god, 3 again. It's like a mirroring energy. So much. We have... There are 2 things upside down. So you should be aware. It's not so bad that 8 of Swords is upside down. This is usually vicious circle. And you have upside down, so it's almost like you are getting out of the vicious circle. Vicious circle in our life can be a lot of like mental because sword energy can be like we are trapped. This case here is like a vicious circle, like a mushroom ring, like you're just trapped to this kind of endless thought patterns or beliefs that keep us trapped. So it was noidan kehä, like a vicious circle. It was upside down, so it is a positive in that sense. But this deck actually doesn't have even like an upside down thing. So I just read them now when they come. Some of them came. What you should also be aware, Sun, that this 10 of Pentacle was also upside down. So you might be having some struggles with abundance, like something with the money related, that you are wanting to try to work it out, that you would be more abundant. Okay, let's leave them noise. And then Tulikettu, this is totally victory card. While this was also very victorious that you're getting out of this vicious circle, maybe there's some sacrifices even you have to make to do so, but this is a victory card. This is the Firefox. This is a beautiful card, very connected to the Gemini reading that we had foxes here. So the same kind of story, like look, the winter foxes. Here is the mama saying, don't worry, everything passes. And here we have Firefox that everybody want to hunt. So the story of the Firefox is kind of like, it was such a precious, like a black fox that shines like in like Arctic lights, or like makes the Arctic lights happen. But the fur of this Firefox is actually like a black that shines in all colors, like a rainbow. That's a very positive thing, the victory card. Usually victory is kind of like a riding on the high horse, but here we have this Firefox. I want to keep this, because even Gemini had this heart chakra you have, and even there is this fox on the table, stay magical, and it's totally on top of this. There is this foxy energy here, how you can like outwit some difficulties in your life. You come top of it because you are kind of this, I often say in my own Shadow Sister designs, is like a focus fox. And you are able to focus. It's a beautiful energy, solve issues. We, in our world, I almost think like, almost like some powerful people would like to kind of like make everything so unfocused and so like scattered that people are confused. Like we need to be focused. We need to be really like that's how we get things done. If you read a book and you are not focused, how can you ever understand what you're reading? Like it's important to be focused. It's here. Just be aware of that magic of staying focused. So what you can expect in November, so it's kind of being outwitting your issues with just very focused mind. How can you be having habits? Possibly question would be for you, Ruby, how can you be more focused? This vicious circle was exactly opposite, but you are getting out of it. I wanna read a little bit of this Firefox still for you. 6 of Wands. So Ruby, it's like a mythical animal, and its fur would like be in fire, in all kind of like a flame, like green or blue. They would move on them like early morning, and when they would walk on against the wind, the shining of the fur would get stronger. And if the Firefox would be still, it would look like a black fox. And then there is this Finnish national story that the Arctic lights would be born when the Firefox would run across the Lapland, like mountains, and its sides would touch the trees. But if you would capture this kind of Firefox, you would become rich and famous. And the fur of this fox would be very valuable. So as a woman, I think you are very like a catch, and you start to see that. You might feel like a Cinderella, like a poor a little bit here, like things are going wrong. Just end up maybe not being completely the empowered version of you, but here now November is like a kind of rise of this Firefox, outwitting the impossible things in your life. And it can be indeed cunning and clever, because it's a fast thinker and intelligent and very much like adaptable. So this card advises you to look your situation before you act. And the fox is the master of timing. And because it's like considerate, it will get a huge reward for being like a planner, like a cunning and like thinking before. So the fox's power is to sense the opportunities beforehand. Like you were even very much like this, asking, like from your higher self, I would say, like, can I see Orion in November? You know, it's a good thing to have a preview. It helps you when you're a little bit like knowing what's coming. So this is, Spirit is seeing like this is, you should be aware. This is a very good quality, that you sense things and dangers coming beforehand. And how do you avoid conflicts? As a fox, you can hide or keep a low profile. It's also a very valuable skill in the human relationships. So trust your instinct when you are like judging situations or yourself or like other people. Like trust your intuition is also here. Intuition indeed comes from the heart. So sometimes in our heart are giving us really strong feelings about something, and you should kind of trust that. But remember, these were like upside down. Maybe you are getting out of this kind of stagnant capturing, like somebody has captured you in somehow like this kind of bad energy field. If you're getting out of it with your cunning, like powers, then even if you would see outside that there is no wealth, start to see the wealth inside of you, because it reflects back to you. Then you are, as the card was saying, this is a very valuable, like a catch, this firefox. If somebody would catch it, would get rich and famous. So how much valuable you are, not that everything is outside of yourself. You are the maker here, the person here. Okay, now we go to this shadow side that you're not seeing. Virvatuli, these are the fires in the woods that are kind of triggering us to think like a fake fires. These are not like a fire in the heart is a true, but you have to be aware of the fake fires. Like somebody would fake the love, for example. It's such an easy thing to just say I love you and then it's not true. So be aware. This is in the moon. Like you're not aware. There can be some fake ass people. But then next to it we have a page of, I think it's page of cup. So this is a huge, like this loving, no, maybe it's not page, it's Knight of Cup. Wait, I'm gonna see. Very similar shape, even is 5, and this is the symbol for this, but I think it's Knight of Cups. So this is actually in their Gemini reading. It was Gemini rising, so there was also how in November you should really celebrate this lover energy. I think this is, let's see. Yes, this is the cup of Knight of Cup. So the lover, the poet, it's really here in the shadows, in the moon. And this is a world card. Wow, very like all coming together. Powerful things. Let's see this knight here. It was very similar in the Gemini reading, so that could be like a Gemini quality in you, that you appreciate like words of affirmation. Like I'm, at least as a Gemini, I really like when somebody is like talking to me nicely. The same thing is true if somebody is talking me evil words. They get in my head, so the words can hurt me, but also they can really be the secret sauce. Like somebody saying loving words is really a beautiful thing. And you have to know the love language of the person you are into, because you have to know if you are compatible. If they don't have that love language, you don't feel loved. But if they have that, then it's like possible. So this card that you're not aware but you should be aware is like a ability to react in the surprising situations, possible to transformation, able to make the needs met with emotional life, fast action, confidence, self-confidence, and power. And this Vetehinen is water spirit that is in charge of the underwater world. That is the unknown emotional depth. In these waters, swimming in this water is a good sign, because if you dive deeper with bravery, you are finding answer from the unknown to your situation. So the underwater cave is like a vertauskuva, like a kind of like a referring thing about your subconscious mind and things that you're not aware about yourself. So inside of yourself you can find big treasures that even goldfishes are like symbolizing. How beautiful that your Pisces, actually your star sign Ruby is Pisces. So this Pisces energy is even coming here very clearly. Like if in the daylight somebody can see you as a firefox, and beautifully like Arctic lights are happening usually at least in Finland in the month of March, and that is usually Pisces. What is your birth date? Because it is really when you can see the Arctic light, you could be really born in the times of the firefox. This kind of like almost like firefoxes are born in spring, because there is this like a Arctic lights then. I mean, some other seasons too, but it's very strongly usually March in Lapland. And then anyway, this can be also a young man energy that can be very rebel and kind of like a not stable, sometimes even aggressive, like indeed like going fast to get something. And this card is about fast reaction and fast implementation. And it's very romantic card, very romantic thing. So this person in this card has a lot of good qualities, and they can take action and better the situation. But this card asks you to look the boundaries that you have set to yourself. Learn to face the challenges head on, like immediately. But I want to read still about these fake fires, because this is like a unknown to you, that somebody is fake with you, or there's something like a deception going there. Virva tuli. Where is that virva tuli? It's 5 of Cups. That is usually in the classic meaning loss energy. But in this case, let's read about this. This is also unknown to you. About the November. We are talking about November here also. Let's focus on what was your question. Dreams, hopes, getting fed up, and disappointment, sadness, shaky, getting lost with your feelings, living only with the hope of your dreams, getting out of reality, being like deceitful to yourself, getting wounded, expectations that are not met, promises from happiness. And yeah, if you are following this kind of fires, you are running after the dreams. Sometimes a human mind can get lost in the utopic dream world, and none of those dreams come true. So these fires are telling you about wrong kind of goal makings and where you feel like the current life is not enough and happiness is somewhere in the future. And when we catch finally this fire, it disappears. It's almost like this kind of desert where you think there is an oasis and it just disappears. And you cannot capture this kind of fake fire as that kind of happiness that's not real. And also the mentality that only when you would be happy when you get something ready, because you might get disappointed when the happiness is not then, because it's an inside feeling. And we think that it's somewhere outside, but then the happiness is always missing. A bit like I said about this, you are actually this powerful firefox, Ruby, and then this is like you are looking this fire outside, while you are the firefox. Really, this is the hidden truth. You can be all like a fire in you, like a making even this magic happen, stay magical, really. And then this is like seeing it outside. There's still word card here. This is a bit long personal reading, but I want to give some insight for Ruby. I try to tag you later. So we have here, I usually would have pulled like one card for sun, one for moon, and you got 3 and 3. That's a lot, but we will look into it because you were chosen here today. So what you're not aware, but you should be aware of November, is like a cosmic union, traveling, getting free from slavery, getting free from karma, getting whole, every wrong is done right, harvest, harmonic, unity, and getting higher awareness. Beautiful, like really, it's almost like this kind of inner work is now called from you, and it's really coming to heal this heart. That's the key point of this whole thing, like how you can heal that pain. The pain might be some fake promises or some bad beliefs that has captured you, but when you get out of it, you start to have this kind of lover energy, and then the lover energy is right back to you, like somebody's really like some young male energy is coming towards you because of this, because you have it, then it's coming to you. So you can fulfill like mission and some things in now November. You can be really like aligned with the universe. And this card is about kind of this people, like a woman who are making the kind of fate happen. Like it's like your fate is like sewed into your veins. This is like a tree of life. This is totally the true story of like kind of like a Viking mythology. Wow. So you will get a bigger picture and a viewpoint, and you like enlighten it. Wow. You could look into the story of the wall tree, but this is kind of like you are getting this kind of bigger picture now in November. And even this is about like a chakra energy healing. So you can be harmonic when these chakras are aligned, and body, mind, and soul can be perfectly harmonic, and that makes you enlightened. It is true. You could work with this kind of Kundalini energy that is here, unknown, that you have this possibility to really be in your body. I would think hold this reading, like even you're aware of yourself, maybe you are this kind of foxy lady, you're aware of this kind of power, kind of like a sexy woman type of power even, but it is the embodiment that it's powerful here, like understanding it's not outside, it's like inside. You are this person who can make magic happen, and then also then this embodiment is really making you like a get reflection from the world when you are like a kind of chakras aligned, in the sense that like heart chakra can be, when you're doing this kind of chakra healing work, heart chakra can be so hard to open that then you're stuck, you don't go higher. But when you are now mastering this in November, indeed you might rise to this really like a high consciousness, because we are getting the guidance of the high subconscious. We were having the subconscious card here. Often we have the shadow material there, shadow entities and everything, like a dark side there, but the high guidance come from this kind of like a higher state of being, higher vibration. So it's a point to rise your vibration totally and heal your chakras, because you get the higher guidance than even you, and that feels like enlightenment. That feels like, yes. Okay, let's verify this thing here, because this was in the shadow that you're completely not aware, kind of like how this going deep. Even I say like you can open the third eye if you do a shadow work. This is almost saying the same thing. Like if you do now and face this kind of monsters, you start to understand how powerful you are. But let me show one more card to show this. Okay, so that is here. How you feel about this, even everything is in power in the shadow. It's like you are feeling like there is like the dark night of soul and you cannot sleep, and you wake up like something is wrong. But if you go through that dark night of soul, there is like a, even this card I have drawn. Wait, I'm gonna show my own card because it's give you a hint what's coming to you in November. It's nothing to be fearful about if you feel this kind of hard feelings. This is my version of this card. It's always darkest before the dawn. And here we are saying dawn is coming in November. So going deep, that is here possible. You just see this fake world, fake fires. You get hurt by that. But you could go deeper, and then even you feel like this rabbit. This is even like a, sometimes said like a Gemini go bad, like in the thought and head. This rabbit, red eye rabbit, is just staying awake and worrying. So message is still here. It's always darkest before the dawn. So don't take the darkness as a bad thing. You are onto something. Remember, even the fox, when was still, was black. When it's moving, it starts to have all these colors. Keep the energy flowing and active. Water is also like active energy. Chakras also, there's to be some kind of activation going on here. So go somehow to, even yoga might be, maybe I give you one more, this kind of like life purpose card. Ruby, this is really like a big reading now. I hope like it was helpful and you even saw this reading, because I don't know if you left already before I started to do this reading. But here, this is, yeah, this is my own drawing. This is like a, my inspiration was from the Monty Python Holy Grail, the white rabbit with the red eyes in the cave. I really love that film. It's really like a symbolic. But and here was the cave also in the water world. Like there's all this kind of like this looks even like a cave, even this like a war tree. There's something in the cave, like if you go, almost like in some hero stories, you go through the cave and then you go to the other side and there's completely this kind of fantasy world there. That's possible. But there is this darkness you have to like pass. It's almost like a test. Okay, Ruby, now what is your angelic guidance here? November. Ui. Oracle cards. Okay, interesting. I'm giving you the oracle cards, and here we have, you are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. So even being this firefox might mean that you are able to even do tarot readings or like cards for yourself. You are like a self-sufficient. You can trust yourself. Like even the cards can be leading you. Yes. But oracle cards, I didn't give you oracle card. I think I give you one more love oracle card, because I want to keep this reading like a love reading also. So here we are, Ruby, you had heart chakra, beautiful. That's why I want to give you the heart chakra related. Things are just dropping here. Oh my god. Let's see. I have to take this cable away here. Okay. Who is getting excited? Is your spirit cards getting excited that things are just jumping here? Ruby, the jewel, like a ruby, the diamond. What is your advice? Because you were even advised to get the oracle cards. Here you are, aligned with your crystal. Back to what you love. Re-evaluate your desires. Okay, we end this reading here. Back to what you love. Wow. It is like this. You are coming from the darkness. There was this kind of like a vicious circle. You were captured in the dark forest possibly. And you are navigating now. You're getting cunning and clever and you're getting out of it. Yes. Back to what you love. Wow. This was your reading. Somebody say, Hail Jesus. Yes, I can be very, very thankful if somebody is like a... Always, if you see this kind of reading, you can pray for some other people. It's a good thing. Like we all are like caring for each other. Like this is, it can be very hard times. Even I'm aware that currently in November, there is this Pluto in Capricorn, and it's until 19th of November, and it's set. It's really this true, this energy. It is always started before dawn. Like now we have really this Capricorn energy going. Gemini reading also, we had that Devil card that is completely the Capricorn card. So we have this kind of last broken record playing, and everything feels like so dark. But then the Pluto goes to Aquarius, and it becomes this kind of star moment, like a healing start to happen. This is like a collective astrological element in the mix currently. So it might be after the 19th of November that you start seeing this back to what you love. Like the process is now that. But it's here in the cards, even for Ruby, who is Pisces actually, but Gemini rising sign is very important also. So I love to see even this feather here. Let's okay. So thank you for seeing this. If you liked my reading, give me a like, also subscribe. It always helps my channel to grow, that some more people can find my readings. And see you soon in the Cancer reading. Like this was now for Gemini and Gemini Collective. Thank you and bye.